nicely turned out and driven by Mr. Ball himself. Thanks, Chris. Very nice. Oh, am I going to have some fun with that? Well, you know, I'm getting a little bit used to this. You know, there's one tradition with steam engines that has carried over onto commercials, and that is a steam engine will pass only one thing, and that is a pub. I saw this parked outside of a pub last night. And look, he's hiding his face, look, he's hiding his face. It was parked outside the horse and jockey down Western. I'll bet the motorists loved following him down the road. About 15 miles an hour, wonderful. But it's a very unusual truck. It was found in bits in Canada, brought back to this country and restored to the lovely condition it's in today. A few giveaways on it. The oil lamps and the rubber tyres dated to about 1923. Gary, the name on the front of it, tells you that Gary is the state capital of Indiana, and that's where it was built. It lives and see it quite a bit down at the Stafford Barn, and don't forget there's a do down there later on this year. Go down and see it. Go and have a look at these. I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful thing. You want to try driving one? Beautiful. Well done, young man. Lovely motor.
Yeah, I love that.
And you remember what I said on the motorbike? It looks old-fashioned, but the old boy with the awesome car thought it was rocket science. Now, an interesting story. Volvo. We didn't see foreign lorries weren't very common in this country until the late 1960s when Scania first came in. And this is a Scania F88. Absolutely beautiful truck, Volvo was. But I was doing a bit of research the other day, looking at the F89. The F89 is very, very similar looking. And they tell me, and this guy will tell me if I'm right or not, they never ever produced a right-hand drive F89. The reason being, they developed the engine that much, it wouldn't fit in the space of the cab as it was. So they had to tip it, and they couldn't get the passenger side in, so they never built an 89. Is that right, Morris? Yeah, look, giving me the finger up. Absolutely lovely lorry. This guy's a wizard with restoration. These are notable for being rust buckets, and they really were. Beautiful lorry though. Bless you, young man. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Then the F10s came after it, and the F4 cracky, beautiful. Well, Leyland Reaver. Tells you a tale, doesn't it? Because the Reaver was the six-wheel version of an Albion lorry like Terry Mellor's four-wheeler. But Leyland bought out Albion, and this is the G-cab Leyland. Lovely, very, very few of them about, because like all general BMC stuff, the cab's rusted away, and these were BMC lorry basically after the FK and the FFK. Sure. Well, this is an absolute beauty. It's been around this area for a bit now.
Sure.
Is that an original reg? Original reg, so it's a Scottish lorry at some time or other. Absolutely beautiful. So you get all these guys coming. Can you tell me where my lorry was first taxed and registered? Because I don't know, so I have to go through my files and find out now. Believe it or not, there's one of these sitting waiting for me to have a look at, but whether I'll get round to it or not, I don't know. Leyland were under great pressure towards the end of the days to bring something out that was a bit more friendly for the driver, and they came out with this beautiful, beautiful little tipper. They put the same cab basically on an Arctic, and they were really nice, they really were, but sadly Leyland didn't survive. And to see this one, what year is that from? 1990, yeah. 89-90 was the registration. Do you know where it was from? Bristol, WL would be a Bristol plate. Very, very nice. The T45 cab was the one on the tractor unit. It was very, very similar to this. But they did rust very quickly. And to keep them in that condition, it's beautiful. Well done. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Probably got the TL11 engine in it, I would think. Yeah, TL11. Very nice. Now we talk about the Americans, don't we? If I'm being absolutely honest with you, over here, they're just a bit of fun. American lorries over here were not much use at all. We're going round, if the registration's right, because a lot of these were re-registered, that's about 1989. Mac are very much involved with Renault and people nowadays, and you've even got, there's a Renault Magnum up there, the Mac V8 engine in it. But legislation and the law stopped us using a lot of American trucks because the cab-over versions, as we call them, with a straight front, weren't so bad. But in this country, for tax and registration purposes, the vehicle was judged on its length, which was from the back of your tailboard to the front bumper. And if you've got a long 6-foot bumper on it, you were robbing yourself of load space. So they used to like the cab over ones because you've got that extra space for another 4 or 5 pallets. But lovely things, absolutely beautiful for heavy haulage and that lovely motor. Thank you very much, young man. Well, this is the first time this coach has been out on the road for over 30 years. It's only just been finished. Belongs to Valence's over at Kirkby Way, the holiday people. And it's a comma with a Tillin Stevens TS3 engine in it. And the TS3 stands for 3-cylinder, 2-stroke. A beautiful, beautiful thing. It really is. You want to go and have a good look at it and have a look at the rest of their coaches. It's a privilege to be in here with this one. Especially as it's first time out. Well done, guys, you're doing a cracking job. Be better when you've finished it. God bless you. Beautiful.
I wish you go buy more. First time.
Where is he? Where is he? Your dad. Has he made it? Oh, that's all right. Remember us to him. Just look at that.
It's bigger than that other one that they've got.
Isn't that beautiful? And I'll tell you something, I'll bet you it's more comfortable than the damn things you're riding today. Lovely. Again, back to Foden. This is the Foden DG. DG, the G standing for Gardner. It's probably got a 6LW or 6LK in it. Built purposely for timber extraction. Notice the heavy bumper on the front with a winch pin. And at the back,
on front.
You've got a full winch. On the back, you'll notice. You notice the big heavy winch here for pulling trees or anything else. And this big thing at the bottom, the spade lug, what he does is he drops that into the ground, so when he's pulling, it stops the lorry being pulled backwards. These, I love this one because it's in its working clothes. This is exactly how they should be. It's an absolute cracker. There are not many of them about. We've got a couple of them around this area, but that is typical Foden. Built up at Sandbach in Cheshire. I was very lucky a few years ago to commentate on the Foden rally outside the old man Foden's house. It was some occasion. Very nice young man. Now, there's some things that stick in your mind, don't they? I was down in North Wales, well, mid Wales, 30 years ago, and I saw this blue AEC Marshall with a beaver tail on at a show. And he was at the back, it had called pulling some tractors in.
I like the buses.
Anyway, I used to do slideshows and talks a few years ago, and this slide came up with this particular lorry, and the guy who previously owned it, he says, "Can you go back one? I think that's my lorry." So I went back, and it was the same lorry. And Paul, sadly not with us, he bought this, restored it to the condition it's, well, nearly the condition it's in. Sadly, Paul passed away a few years ago, and it's turned out to my mate Rob Wildgoose. I've done a bit of work on it for him, a few bits and jobs on it, but lovely to see it. And this is the Mark 1 Ergo cab. This is the one that everybody wants. Same cab as the Leyland and the Albion News, but it's a beauty. Look after it, Rob. It's looking good, mate. It's looking good. Be even better when you've finished it.
Look at diesel smoke coming out back.
Well,
Girls in Pleasantville.
Oh.
Stuck.
Well, friends of mine here, look, I think they are. They used to say they were.
Wow.
Now, Ford and Bedford were always at loggerheads for the middle medium range truck. Ford had the ET6 and then they went on to the custom, the D series cab, and then they went on to the custom cab, which is this one.
Imagine if we got
very, very hard to find. They rusted
if we got stuck
so fast it was unreal. And to find another cab like this would be a hell of a job. Well, this one lives not far from me. It's an absolute little cracker. Love it a lot, and the people that use it, and more importantly, the people that look after it. Cracking job, guys. That's beautiful. Bless you. Keep polishing. Keep polishing. Now, Bedford. Absolutely. Bedford stuck with petrol engines for so long, it's unreal. The J-type, the S-type, you can name them all. I've recently restored a WTL, but this one is absolutely beautiful. Straight, I would imagine, I'll go and have a listen, but I would imagine that's got the straight six-cylinder. Yes, no need to go any closer. Straight six-cylinder petrol engine in that. And believe me or not, the engine in that lorry started around about, not this particular one, that particular engine first came out in the late 1920s, very early 1930s, and it carried on right up until 1968-69 in your Vauxhall Cresta PA. It's the same engine basically. It was bulletproof. Fabulous little lorry, it really is.
Yeah,
very nice, young man. Have you restored it yourself? You made a cracking job of it.
It's lovely.
Don't do any more. It's lovely.
Yeah.
You can go too far with these things, but that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. Again, another story. ENU is Derbyshire. H is about 1970, and we don't need to know where it's from. Chesterfield. Chesterfield were one of the companies that had their own distinctive livery, and in some cases their own distinctive body style. And this beautiful Leyland, I think it is, absolutely beautiful. It comes here quite often to Cromford, and always pleased to see it. Very nice, young man. Keep polishing. No.
A dirty freeze.
I know. What have you done to the other side? What, to get an edge? Come on, what's he doing?
Please stop polishing.
Look at the other side.
Stop. Don't say that to do. Don't say that.
That's called patina. Go on, get out. Well, I'll watch for it next year.
I like how it's... Stop. I like it still says Christ. Look,
well,
is that a Christ tramway?
Some lorry colours stand out, don't they? Nuttall were based up near Manchester, and they used to run, they had hundreds of the damn things. But this particular lorry, this model of lorry, is part of the reason that our truck industry went where it did. In 1968, Scania were bringing in their LB models, sleeper cab, you name it, they got it. And this is what we were still producing in 1973. It's a beautiful lorry, don't get me wrong, but who would want to sleep in the cab in one of these in them days?
Yeah, it's not very big, is it?
It would do about, fortunately this one's got a Cummins engine in it, but you get one of the ones with, Gardner 180s were very regular in these things, and they'd plod along about 40 mile an hour, and everybody else is going shoo. But it's lovely to see Nuttall's colours out. Lovely to see.
Yeah, I like this one.
Sorry? Oh, I'm not disputing that with the Cummins in it. But you... Oh, no. No. Come on, get out. Beautiful motor. And if you wonder why they have a ballast box on the back when they've got the reason for that is partly what he's just saying. It'll do 65 mile an hour on it. You take that box off the back of that, you wouldn't want to go more than 30 mile an hour because there's no weight on the back end and he's bouncing about, you wouldn't hold it. But you can see how back end's sitting down a bit with the weight, and that's why.
Skinny.
Going back onto
Tall.
Chesterfield Corporation,
It's
this
not wide nowadays.
beautiful thing, I've loved this for a long time. I'm a big fan of Leyland myself. I had a 1943 Hippo with the same engine in as what this has got. Just hear that lovely clunk of that 6-cylinder diesel engine in it. LRB again is Derbyshire. This one eventually found its way to Germany and was brought back and restored. It's beautiful. Bless you, Tony, lovely for bringing it. Lives over Chesterfield way himself. Isn't that gorgeous?
I don't know where I'm keeping it, I'll have to buy a garage.
She's looking well, pal. She really is looking good. Absolutely beautiful. Now,
that is gorgeous.
the name of ERF, E-Series. This was the last throws of ERF. ERF were taken over by MAN, and the E-Series was basically the last model they made. I'm not sure what engine's in this one. Cummins.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, 14 litre the E14, that's right, it is. And you can see what sort of work was it on, you know,
That looks 80s,
tanker.
90s.
A lot of these were on tanker work. Beautiful little lorry. Owned by Mr. Croft himself. Bless you, pal. Nice to see you. Now, one of these. My eyes nearly fell out my head on Friday when I saw this, because anybody that's familiar to heavy haulage around here will know. F12, that's a lorry, it's a Volvo F12. There was the F10 and the F12, the F16. This is a used for heavy haulage. Notice its number plate. F12 HHT, well HST is for inner haulage transport. The haulage world, travelled all over Europe, sometimes into North Africa. Inner haulage were very well known for moving heavy loads. They used to move railway stuff. Sadly they went out of business, but isn't it nice to see that thing back again? Great stuff, young man. I remember some years ago, we had 3 of the last FH Volvos here, 6-wheeler and 8-wheeler tractor units. They were absolutely beautiful. Now this is what I was talking about with the bonneted American stuff. This is the International. International company was formed by the McCormack companies, and a very, very powerful beast. This one came in on Thursday night with a very large bulldozer on the back. It's come up from Welland Steam Rally on it, but immaculate turned out. It's owned by Marriott Mining and Drilling Company from Ashover, just over the way. Very nice young man. The only trouble with these things is they put the steering wheel on the wrong side. This is beautiful.
I like wing mirrors on that.
Lovely motor.
Big frames.
Now you saw the little Leyland tipper 6-wheeler come in.
Oh yeah.
When I mentioned that the bigger ones had the T45 cab on. Well, this is a blown up version of that, built again for heavy haulage. Sleeper cab on the back of this one, where there wasn't on the 4-wheeler. But the date, I'm not sure about the registration number on this one. This is a bit of a, come on forward, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look.
Something's on my shoulder. Spider, you are...
82 is the rate. What year is it?
Where did you come from anyway?
1984. The Hardy family, known in Stockport,
Yeah, you can tell
had a
that's
very
80s,
big
look,
collection
square
of
with round.
folders a few years back. It's nice to see them back again. Gaffer 2. Where's Gaffer 1? He sold it about 2 years ago. Anyway, very nice to see it, young man. The 2640. Just listen to that. Now the ERF.
Nice.
Edwin Richard Foden.
Very pretty.
Same family as the E-Series you see going out. ERF. The Foden family were together for many years. Became a disagreement when the old man thought the future was still in steam in the mid-30s, but Edwin thought not and formed his own company. I'm sure, is this the A-Series? The A-Series ERF? Absolutely beautiful, I'm certain. That's got, is that Gardner in that? Yeah. Well, they're very nearly all Fodens and ERFs had Gardners in. This young man just telling me it originally had a Gardner in it till it blew. Now it's got the Rolls engine in it. Very nicely turned out, young. Just for fun. Yeah, very nice. Now you heard me talk about the Ford Cargo that went through a short while ago, and the D-Series before that. Well, this was Ford's version straight after the Second World War. This is an ET6, and this would normally have had the petrol engine in it, but this one's got a 4-cylinder diesel in it, unless the badge is wrong on the front. But they were very, very nice, these were. They were turned out in the thousands for all sorts of uses, from tipper work to mobile hospital vans and all sorts of things. Very, very popular was the ET6. But very, very similar engine, the 4D, to the engine in the Ford Major tractor. But you can always tell the 4 from the 6 by the sound. Very nice, young man. Now, one of our new sponsors who are showing their wares behind the PA box, I've got this beautiful Scamel. Now, I've seen this lorry for many years. It's travelled up and down here in a dark pale blue, but it's Leicestershire registered, the B. That's 84, but this would have been a military lorry at one time or other. They were built very exclusively for the military until they were shipped out into public life. But it's nice to see it back working again, see it on the road working all the time. Coming towards the end of Foden now, the 4000 series, a lot of these had Cummins engines in, they had all sorts of, even some had the big Perkins engines in. This one's being owned privately around this area, and it's getting better, pal. It's getting better, it's lovely. Very nice to see it. Oh, this particular lorry loads a lot of emotions for myself, because as a young lad, my grandmother lived at Whaley Bridge, which is just north of Chapel Henley Frith, and I used to sit with her in the 50s, down again the railway there, watching old Sammy Longson's lorries go by, Hughes Brothers lorries, Eled Quarries, you name them. And to see this particular Sammy Longson's, it is an original Sammy Longson's lorry, owned by Phil Brock down the road. It's absolutely beautiful. It's notice he's got the ballast block on the back. This has got the E12 Perkins variant engine in it. Very nicely turned out, Phil. And as you can see, it's for sale. Sadly, let's hope it stops around here. Cheers, pal.
Oh, that's a shame. For sale.
Now, you know, this where we all get his own back? This is White Van Man. Is this where we get his own back? Does he call around yours, dropping parcels that are not yours? Is this him? How you doing, pal? You do parcels on the side? Come on, what do you use it for?
General, I use it for work every day. Times before, come out of Ford as a transit, went back to tractors, and we just built as a before.
Well, this young man just mentioned the name, County Tractors. If you wanted anything unusual that you couldn't get off Ford, if you sent it to county, one or two other people as well, they would alter it for you. A lot of four-wheeler lorries went to county, were changed to six-wheelers. Same with this one, they've changed the suspension. I think we can go anywhere with that thing, but very nice young man. But yeah, though, same with Dodgers. You couldn't buy a Dodge six-wheel lorry until it either went to county or one or two of the other conversion people. Now this particular lorry I've known for 50 years or more, not always been in this condition. It belongs to Alan Dale from up there at Biggin. I knew Alan's dad very well, Frank. This was sitting in a field as rusty as heck, and I'm sure it had been a furniture van or something with a cap roof on it, but very nicely restored. God bless you, young man. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, that's so pretty.
Lovely.
That is nice.
Nice Perkins. I always tell them, if you're looking at the front and you see that four round circles in a square, that's a Perkins badge. Now going back, we saw the earlier Bedford. This is going back to 1965. Straight six-cylinder petrol engine, very popular with your travelling people because you could get stuff in the back and they were still powerful enough to pull a caravan. Very nice, Ben. Keep it going. Have you still got the awesome car? Yeah, see. Now, I clocked this one yesterday. As soon as I saw, well, the other day as soon as I saw it. And this is an ERF KV. And the KV stands for Clear View, believe it or not. And they were very, very popular. ERF were kind of different to a lot of people. They bought out a local body shop, Jeddings, who made most of their cabs and the bodywork for them. And this is one of theirs. Fiberglass cab, shower rings. The soft drinks people had hundreds of the damn things. A very, very nice little lorry. One's been sold just recently on Bankers and Cash, and it's down in Burton-on-Trent now. Well, this one comes out of the Somerset area, and it's still got its original Bristol Somerset area number plate on it. Very nice to see it, young man. Four-cylinder Gardner engine in that. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Now you saw the Albion of Terry Mellors, very similar, just a little bit longer in the wheelbase. Four-cylinder diesel engine built up in Glasgow. Been around about 1954, 55, somewhere around that sort of area. What year is it? What year? 1951, it's a bit earlier. But it's very nice to see it, pal. Very nice to see you.
Yeah, I like that.
You had a good show? Brilliant. Thank you very much, pal. Thank you. Now we're going back to ERF, and this one's got the... We're showing off a little bit now because we've got a big lump in this one. 240 Gardner, A-Series ERF. Very nicely turned out. I always like these, they're beautiful. Again, disguising the weight on the fifth wheel, look.
Look at that.
There's some power in that one with the 240 in it. Well, I mentioned the gentleman yesterday, and I do say gentleman because he was a very, very good friend of mine, the late Brian Thomas. This was his lorry. He bought it as a long wheelbase flat, to be honest with you. Cut it down and made it into a tipper appropriate to the Great Longston, Matlock, Darley-Dale area where Brian spent most of his days. Being driven today by his son James. 350 Leyland in that, I would think. You could always tell the 350 by you can hear the sound of it. Lovely little motor. It really is, and it brings back a lot of memories. God bless you, young man. God bless you, Brian. Still keeping it going. Now, we did not have some laughs yesterday over this. Look at this. He's gone mad now, the young man. He's got a load on the back. Now, young man, I hope your taco's up to date, is it?
I used to have to do machines, taco machines.
Have you got a taco in this thing? Now, the police not stop you asking to look at your taco card. What time did you set out this morning? Because if you set out at 6 o'clock, you do a break now. Is that right? Now, you've got what you got on the load? What you got in your trailer? Sand? You got a load of sand on? Bless you. Go on and watch where you're going. Be careful. All right. There's somebody at back who will give you a push if you're not careful. Trot on. Isn't that fabulous, eh? He hadn't got his trailer on yesterday.
Oh my God. Oh.
I'm not joking, folks. Wherever you go in this country, you see doxies. They've got thousands, well 80, something like that. Absolutely beautiful colours. Love them to bits. I always see them.
That's the cutest thing ever.
Lady drivers and oh, God bless you, sweetheart. They're always going around with their bulk tankers on the back. Isn't that lovely? Ben Benny. I don't know why, but since I was a kid, the name of Ben Bennett has always stuck in my mind because there was a dinky model of Ben Bennett some years ago. They're working out of up near Long Cliff now. But absolutely, they've just had, believe it or not, 5 new ones. They've all been lined up there taking photographs. I bet you've been polishing a long time, haven't you? Can you imagine, folks? You just imagine the work that these lads are on, especially this time of year. Dusty quarries, carting dusty tankers, and look at the state of them. Now, we are honoured. This is absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
I know the young man, I say that sparingly. I know the young man that restored this. Again, local registration, 1965. To give it its proper name, this is the Foden S21 with the Cummins. Foden's old two. Is it Cummins or Foden? It's got Foden's own 2-stroke engine in it, and you can't half hear them whine. This has been fully restored. It's only new out this year. Everybody's trying to get their hands on it for photographing, for magazines. It really is an absolutely beautiful thing. It belongs to Johnson's in Mansfield, but imagine trying to start restoring that. The body alone, it's absolutely beautiful. God bless you, young man.
Yeah.
God bless you.
That's gorgeous.
Just listen at that 2-stroke end. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh yeah.
Going back to the Volvo, well, you saw the F88. This is the F8 model, the F812, and owned by the Strange family. I know one of them, and he fits that bill. In fact, he's here. This is his wagon. Recently purchased it. He had it was his own RY, his Leicestershire, about 88, somewhere around that region. 87. Who's driving? You or the dog? Go on, get out. You're looking a bit wolf. One of the local, if you live local, you'll see these lorries every single day. Now with the depot up in Ripley, but basically
gorgeous.
Came out of Darley-Dale.
That's beautiful.
And this is again the AEC with the early Mark 1 Ergo cab on it, powered by 6-cylinder AEC engine, which came out of a sale in Skegness a number of years ago, which has been totally refurbished. It was in a bit of a mess when they bought it, I'll be honest. And I think if you'd have run into anything, you'd need a bucket and shovel, because it was nearly all filler at that time. But it looks right. It looks really nice and beautiful motor. Look after it, it's a cracker. Really, just listen to that. Isn't that lovely?
It is.
Again,
It is.
just keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Let's get them through. Again, isn't that beautiful? Scania. The first Scania I ever saw was an LB Scania with a bonnet on. It came into this country about 1967. Belonging to A.G. House from Enfield in Middlesex. This one, CRF, is burning on Trent, early 90s. Have you got in there? Well, that brings a bit of a lump in his throat because it always used to be driven by a wonderful chap, Mick Ludlam, who sadly passed away a couple of years ago. Being driven, or aimed rather, by Mr. Dave Setman. Here we are, look. Now you see the SGO, that SGO category on the front. It's the SGO 1, 2 and 3, and it tells you what it's limited, the weight to pull and to carry. It's having it in stages. But this one, quite awful bit of kit. With great. It's that damn big that it's blocking the aerial signal to the PA box. But absolutely beautiful young man. Big van boy. You've got a bit more than a big van there, Bill. Come on, let's have it through. That is beautiful. Always been a good firm Waters have, but now moving on a bit. Now, I'm going to tell this young man something. The other night when I came in, we were looking at lorries, and the gentleman that owned this, he said to me, the gentleman was, do you know where the registration number from this comes from? Well, I can tell you now, Paul. It comes from Exeter. So it's a bit out of the beaten track. FJ is an Exeter registration. It's a beautiful big phone. Love it a bit. Has he got any Cummins? What are you doing in it? You've been commandeered. Come on. You mean you bribed him to let you drive it? Good on you. Beautiful. Again, back to Scania. These are the modern trucks that are running all the time on the motorways these days on all sorts of work. Absolutely beautiful things they are. You get people that are Scania fans and Volvo fans. But just look at, I read that car. If you look at the writing on the back cab, you could quite easily mistake it for saying something else.
Yeah.
Now, I can't help but have a bit of a lump in my throat, folks, because I
love these.
had the privilege of restoring this old Bedford. I absolutely love it to bits.
I love that.
It's been right down to every last nut and bolt, and it was purchased with two others. Three of them were bought back in 1936 by Harold Haskey.
Harold.
And it worked in the Sheffield and Loxley part of Sheffield, and it was a tipper. It's a Bedford WTL, and W is the model, T is tipper, and L is long, for long wheelbase tipper. It worked, as I say, at the refractory places in Sheffield, but during the Second World War, it worked 24/7. Now just think about this, 24/7 from Sheffield to Birmingham and Coventry, delivering aircraft parts being made in Sheffield. No way, couldn't use his headlights, no motorways, crash box, no power steering. How many of us would put up with that today? But I had the privilege to restore it. It's been right down to every last nut and bolt. I rebuilt a new body for it. Did a lot of cab work on it, but absolutely, one of the vehicles I've ever done, this is the one I like the most.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
And it's got its original number plate.
Yeah.
God bless you, young man. He's let you drive it, has he? Just listen at that Bedford wine, it's beautiful. Now, you notice this has got a ASCII on it. Well, sadly, Grandad Harold passed away, and Alan, his son took over, and Alan was a staunch Leyland fan, and we found this T45 a few years ago, and it's been totally restored through ASCII's workshops. I didn't do this one, but it made a beautiful job of it. Come on, young man, keep going. Now the one behind is an absolutely unbelievable story. A gentleman that we don't know purchased this lorry and a box trailer and took it to Bordeaux. Emptied it out because he got all his belongings in it. Emptied it out into his new house and just left the lorry in the field for 10 years.
Wow.
Fortunately, we found it, Rob found it, and bought it. Only about 3 years ago. Can you imagine in Bordeaux? There might not have been anything left of it now. But it's that new, we haven't even got a chance to sign write it yet. But it'll be going in there very shortly. God bless you, gentlemen. Right, if the devil was to cast his net. Whoa. Now this old girl, Rob Askew is the current MD. This is his baby. You don't see many N-registered lorries around working regular. She doesn't go out as much as she used to do, but this has been to the moon and back. Hey, old Captain, how you doing? I spoke to Rob one day and he was on the phone. I said, where are you? He says, I'm just going out of France into Spain. I've just come out the clouds and I'm going down the other side. It goes everywhere, does that thing? So we're getting on to the modern
tall,
fleet.
isn't it?
This particular beast
Yeah.
has only just come back from Germany. It was invited to a show over in Germany, a show that you only get to by invite, and it was invited to go over there. And it's only just come back. We're fortunate to get it. The paintwork is beautiful. All the lettering and the sign work are done at a company called Alligator Signs up in Barnsley. And if you look over it, you can see all the murals of the history of the company. And if you could see the other side, it's actually got the little old Belford on the top. God bless you, young man. Fancy your boss chat in the office and telling you you've got that. You'd think it was Christmas, wouldn't you? What a beautiful thing. And again, this is part of the regular working fleet. Mannequin. I think mannequin. Is it a mannequin driving it? God bless you. Now, we're moving on. You saw an 88 earlier on. We're moving. How you doing, young man? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What do we have here? Something a bit unusual. Yeah, you remember what I said about the 89? You never get a right-hand drive 89 because the engine's been tipped to get it in. It's that damn big. You can't drive from that side. Very few of them about nowadays. Believe it or not, the lovely motor and the 86 before it, but they didn't half rust. They rotted like crazy. Nice to see it, Bob. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, well done. Well, young Joe Chamberlain, believe it or not, I remember when Richard and Ratty told us that there was another young Chamberlain on the horizon. All those years later, young Joe's grown up, got his own ERFE series, lovely Cummins engine in it. It was a horrible colour when he bought it, but they've gone through it, gone to town on it. And it's Joe's pride and joy. I think he could have bet on it if he could, but it's a lovely, lovely motor. Well done, Joe. Now, Foley. The S40. Now, believe it or not, in the 70s, there's a company called Motor Panels down in the Birmingham area. They made cabs for Scammell, for Guy, and they made the cabs for these. Well, the one thing that they got wrong, and if you look at all the three of them, this one's quite not so bad, but they're very, very square panels. Yeah. The water can't get anywhere. It gets trapped in the top corners, and these rusted like crazy. Motor Panels cabs, you want to avoid them. Like this is about 77, 78, somewhere around that area. Cummins powered, lovely, lovely motor. I know there's one or two of them, but they are not a lot about, but that's beauty. Look at it, young man, that is nice. The Motor Panels. Now, we all saw the little Morris 1000, didn't we, and the Morris Minor. Well, this is what came before it. This is a Z van. And my mate, you saw the little Leyland O'Brien, Thomas, as well. This is his brother, Kevin, but we call him Fred. He's a good bloke. In fact, a little bird tells me it's his 70th birthday today. Oh, look at that. How did you get away with that? Have they made you a cake? Have they made you a cake? Oh, well, wait till you get back up there. God, yeah. That is what you would have seen in the post office. A lot of them, believe it or not. They had rubber front wings on them. They really did. A lovely little van. If you can afford to buy one, you would. It's still beautiful. Right, folks. Well, crikey, we're on time.